Armstrong, and a very, very warm welcome to Pointless, the quiz show where the lowest scorers are the biggest winners. Let's meet today's players. And first, we welcome Paul and Neil. How do you two know each other?
Hi, Alexander.
Hello.
Paul and I have known each other for 5 years. We work together at the same large medical insurer in Southampton, and we regularly like to get together lunchtimes for a hardcore quizzing session.
Very, very good indeed. When you're quizzing away, do you see yourselves as rivals, or do you work very much as a team?
No, Paul tends to be the question master,
Right,
and I tend to be on the other end of the stick.
It's easy, isn't it, Paul?
See,
easy being question master.
See, that's nice for me, because I've got all the knowledge there.
Yes, or at least you appear to have all the knowledge.
All appear to have
Yes, that's right.
Yeah.
No, that's how it works. That's why I love being quizmaster. It's fantastic. Well, listen, very, very best of luck to the pair of you this afternoon.
Thank you very much.
And next, we welcome Liz and Matt. How do you two know each other?
We met 7 years ago at university. We were in halls of residence together, and we've been together pretty much ever since.
What do you do, Matt?
I work for a publishing company on a reference book called Whitaker's Almanac.
He's got it sewn up, has he?
Uh-oh. Yeah. Just sort of in charge of the facts about everything in the world. That's just that's basically my day job.
Basically it.
And how about you, Liz?
I'm a medical student.
Medical student.
Manchester.
Oh, you're going to be unstoppable, the pair of you. Well, very best of luck if you need it. And next, we welcome Brooke and Laura. How do you two know each other?
We are sisters-in-law. I'm married to her brother, and we know each other for about 10 years now. It's a long time.
You look amazing, the pair of you.
Thank you
What
very
a
much.
fantastic... A slice of... I'm going to put a year on that. I'm going to pick a year from the late 40s.
Which one are you going to pick?
I'm going to say 1948.
Oh, it was 1949.
No, damn.
Unlucky.
You look fabulous, the pair of you. Brooke, what do you do?
I'm a temp at the Science Museum at the moment.
It must be thrilling. Every day an adventure. Well, very best of luck to the pair of you. And finally, we have got Mark and Rose. How do you two know each other?
This is Mark, my son, my only son, and we come from Huntley in Gloucestershire.
Huntley in Gloucestershire, but that's not a Gloucestershire accent, Rose.
No, it's a Geordie accent.
Yeah, it's a Geordie
Originally
accent.
from
Quite right. Oh, very good. Whereabouts?
Long Framlinton.
Long Framlinton's where I'm from. It is. No, seriously, it's where I'm from. It's where my parents live. Tell you, I have to declare now, we're practically family, aren't we? Yes.
Alexander, yeah.
Yes.
My great aunt, who lives in Long Framlinton, your father is her doctor.
Well, like I say, we are practically family. I'm just going to declare that now because when this pair inevitably makes it through to the final. Well, very best of luck to the pair of you. Lovely to have you with us. We'll find out more about all of you throughout the show. Now, there's only one person left for me to introduce. He is to obscurity what Albert Einstein was to science. He's my pointless friend. He's Richard.
Hello. Well, we've got an unusual situation here in that we've got 4 completely brand new pairs. Normally we've got at least 1 returning pair, but they're all completely brand new, so your guess very much as good as mine as to who's going to win. Unless, of course, your family ties.
Well, of course.
Yeah, we're going to help out Mark and Rose. Wouldn't surprise me.
Thicker than water, as you know, Richard. We put all our questions to 100 people before the show, but this is pointless, of course, so we are after the obscure answers that they didn't get. What everyone's trying to do, of course, is find a pointless answer that none of our 100 people gave, and each time that happens, we will add £250 to the jackpot. Linda and Paul won the jackpot last time, so today's jackpot starts off at £1,000. Right, let's play Pointless. In the first round, each of you must give me one answer and you cannot confer with your partner. Whichever team has the highest score at the end of the round will be eliminated. OK, our first category this afternoon is animals. Can you decide in your pairs who's going to go first, who's going to go second? And whoever's going first, please step up to the podium. We gave 100 people 100 seconds to name as many rodents as they could. As many rodents as they could. Richard?
Yeah, quite simply, all the correct answers in this round are rodents.
Right. Paul and Neil, you all drew lots before the show, and this afternoon you get to go first. Now, in this round, we're going to give you a choice of 7 possible answers on the board in each pass. Your first set of 7 answers reads like this: Koipu, beaver, rat, hamster, pipkin, zokor, barbet. Let me read those one more time. Koipu, beaver, rat, hamster, pipkin, zokor, barbet. Now, I can tell you that at least one of those answers is pointless, but be careful because at least one of those answers is incorrect. Pick an incorrect one, and of course, you will score the maximum of 100 points. Now then, Paul.
Yes.
Rodents. Is this one of those subjects you were hoping would come up?
Unfortunately, it's not one of the subjects I was hoping for. And I'm going to go for zokor.
It's the one I probably have heard of the least on that board, I have to say.
Yeah.
Same for you?
Yes.
It does sound like it might come from space.
It does, yeah.
And wear a high-lapelled gown. I don't know, I'm just guessing. Zokor. Let's see if it is a rodent, and if it is, let's see how many people said zokor. It's right! Well done, Paul. You did exactly the right thing. Zokor is a pointless answer. It adds £250 to today's jackpot, taking the total up to £1,250, and it scores you nothing. Very good indeed. Zokor, Richard.
Yeah, well done, Paul. The perfect start. It's an Asiatic mole rat.
A mole rat.
Yeah. From space. Has a little collar up like that.
Little collar.
Yeah. Has world domination plans.
Yes. Yeah. And at rest sits like this.
Yeah.
Yes, I've seen one of those before. Very well done, Paul. What a fantastic start to the show. A pointless answer. Yeah. Zokor. There may very easily be another pointless answer on that board. Don't be disheartened, remaining pairs. Now then, Liz.
Hello.
We are looking for rodents.
Yeah.
How confident are you in this particular field?
Not particularly confident. I've heard of 4, and then I've possibly heard of another one, but it could be a monkey. I don't know which. I don't know which to go for. And there's 3 that.
Don't go for the one that's a monkey.
Well, it could be a monkey.
Thinking, yeah.
It could be a monkey. It could be a rodent. I'm going to go for the koipu.
Koipu. Well, let's see if koipu is right, and if it is, let's see how many people said koipu. It's right. Very, very well done, Liz. That scores you 6 points. So, Richard, koipu.
A koipu, it's exactly right. It's a large aquatic rodent. Very, very cute, the koipu as well.
Very cute.
Yeah.
It's a sweet name, koipu.
They have one at the zoo near me, and it's very much the most popular thing in the zoo.
What sort of size is it?
The koipu.
Is it
the zoo? It's about, I don't know, it's about 40 acres, I would say. Yeah. And also the car park. I don't know if you're counting the car park as part of the zoo. If you do, 70 acres?
70 acres, that is good.
The koipu is about that size, if you're interested in that.
Do you include the gift shop on the koipu, or do you... Depends, I suppose, whether you lease that from... I don't know, we'll cover this later. Very good, koipu, good answer. Well done, Liz. Very low-scoring round so far. Brooke, we are looking for rodents. We are looking for rodents.
OK, so there's some that I definitely know are right. I think I'm gonna be brave.
Well, we've already had 2 very low-scoring answers.
I know, but I'm going to go for it. I'm going to go for barbet, because it sounds slightly like another rodent, which I won't know. But
Barbet.
yes.
Let's see if barbet is correct. And if it is, let's see how many people said it. Barbet. Good luck. Unfortunately, barbet is an incorrect answer, which means you score the maximum of 100 points. Bad luck, Brooke. Richard.
Yeah, sorry, Brooke. It does live in the jungle. It's a small, brightly coloured tropical bird, a barbet. Also a female-only barbecue in Australia.
Is that true, or is that just something you've made up?
No, that's absolutely true.
Female-only barbecue?
No, I'm making it up.
You did, yeah. Mark, OK. Remember, we are looking for rodents.
The 3 obvious ones are left. And I know there was a 70s programme called Pipkins. Because we've had 1 wrong one already and we've had 1 pointless, I'm going to take a punt on Pipkin, I think. OK. I reckon it's either one or the other, isn't it? It's either 100 points or no points. Absolutely.
Very best of luck. Let's see if Pipkin is indeed a correct answer. And if it is, let's see how many people said it. Pipkin. Bad luck. Bad luck. Well, there are 2 of you on 100. That makes it somehow better, I think. It's great news for Brooke and Laura, but that is an incorrect answer, which means you scored a maximum of 100 points. Richard, Pipkin.
Yeah, tough luck, Mark. Sometimes you've got to take a risk, though. Yeah, Pipkin is it's the rabbit in Watership Down, and as you say, there was the Pipkins television series. Let's just fill in the gaps, really. Rat, obviously, is a rodent. 97 points that would have scored you. Hamster, also a rodent, though fewer people knew that. 40 points for hamster. And beaver, of course. Just 8 points for beaver. So it would have been a very good answer to go for.
Very good answer. Yes, thanks very much, Richard. Well, we're halfway through the round, so let's take a look at the scores as they stand. Paul and Neil, fantastic. Look at that wonderful, wonderful pointless answer for Zokor. Liz, likewise. Koipu, great answer. And then our 2 incorrect, Brooke and Mark, both on 100. So Laura and Rose, you're going to have to battle it out. So, yes, everything to play for the pair of you. Let's come back down the line. Can the second players please take their places at the podium? OK, we're going to put 7 more answers on the board. We're looking for rodents, and we have got mouse, Remy, capybara, vole, chipmunk, prairie dog, gerbil. I'll read those one more time. Mouse, Remy, capybara, vole, chipmunk, prairie dog, gerbil. And again, I can tell you that at least one of those answers is incorrect, and at least one of those answers is pointless. Pick an incorrect one, and you will, like Mark and Brooke, score the maximum of 100 points. Now, Rose, you know what you've got to do now.
Yes.
I don't think a safe option is available to you.
No. I shall have a stab at capybara.
Capybara.
Capybara, yes.
I think we've been on holiday there. It's lovely. Let's see if that's right, and if it is, let's see how many people said it. Capybara. Oh, it's right. This could be a very, very well chosen option. Rose, 6 points that scores you. Very well done. That takes your total up to 106. Richard.
Yeah, well played, Rose. It's the largest living rodent, the capybara. It's also very cute. They have those at that lovely zoo as well, the capybara.
Thank you very much. Now then, Laura, you know what you have to do. Rose scored 6 points. You have to score lower than 6.
OK, well, the one that I think is a rodent, that it looks like the most obscure answer up there, is the prairie dog.
The prairie dog. The prairie dog. Brooke's just doing that. I can only hope that means something good. You have a red line. It's there. You have to score 5 or less with this answer. Good luck. Let's see if prairie dog's going to do it for you. Prairie dog. Well, it's right. Down it goes. Yes, well done. Very well done indeed. Prairie dog is a pointless answer. It adds £250 to today's jackpot, taking the total up to £1,500. And most importantly, crucially even, it scores you nothing, leaving your total at a safe 100 points. Richard.
Well done, Laura. Well played, the prairie dog. It's part of the squirrel family and lives in huge interconnecting burrows underground. They have little towns underground, the prairie dogs.
Very good. I should visit one. Matt.
Hello.
You are on 6. You have to score 99 or less to avoid being in a tie-break with Rose and Mark. Do you think you can do it?
I hope so. I think if I play it safe, certainly, and go for possibly the safest one on there, mouse.
Safest one on there, mouse. Oh, you see, that is a gamble of sorts. Maybe mouse will score you 100. Anyway, let's see. Mouse, mouse. Good luck, Matt. Rose and Mark. Might this be a lifeline? Oh. Wow. Yes, nobody ever stayed on in this game by overestimating the intelligence of our 100 people.
Yes, mouse, Matt. Well done. 90 points. So at least there's 10 people out there who assume that the mouse maybe is a fish of some sort.
Thank you very much. Now then, Neil. Paul found a pointless answer in the first pass. You are on the stunning low score of 0. Whatever happens now, you're still through to the next round. There could easily be another pointless, though. Why not see if you can find it and add another 250 quid to the jackpot? You've got nothing to lose.
I don't believe a Remy is a rodent. I've never heard of it. I'm going to play vole.
You have the stage is set for you to take the biggest risk. You have the safety net. Brackets, Rose and Mark's massive high score of 106 to stop you crashing. And you go for vole.
I'm going
there
for
we
vole.
are. OK, we're going to go for vole. Let's see if a vole is a rodent. And if it is, let's see how many people said it. Wow, 25 for a vole. That scores you 25, and it takes your score up to, I have to say, a very uninteresting 25. Richard.
Well, I think it was the right thing to do, to be fair. Yeah, there's approximately 70 species of vole, and they're closely related to lemmings.
Lemmings, of course, doing what I would have done. Hurled myself off the cliff there.
If you'd said Remy, you would have hurled yourself off the cliff, because it's an incorrect answer. That's the name of one of the characters in Ratatouille. Remy, so that was incorrect. Gerbil, obviously, is a rodent, fairly big score of 26. Yeah. And chipmunk, everyone's heard of it, but I think most people didn't realise it was a rodent. It's a very low score.
Wow.
Of 2. Chipmunk would have been a very good answer.
Very good. Well, thanks very much, Richard, and very well done, Neil, for holding your own counsel there. So at the end of round 1, the losing pair with the highest score is Mark and Rose. I'm so sorry. And there was me pulling all the strings I could to not quite sure what strings I really had available. I'm so sorry. What would you have liked to have come up this first round?
Books.
Books,
Literature.
Mark?
Newcastle United players.
Or what about a book on Newcastle United players?
Unfortunately, Mark, there were too many pointless answers. I'm sorry.
Rose and Mark, such a shame to be saying goodbye to you so early on, but you've been wonderful contestants. Thank you so much for playing. Thank you.
Thank you.
But for the remaining 3 pairs, it's now time for round 2. Well, obviously only 2 pairs can make it through to the head-to-head, so one of our teams will be leaving us at the end of this round disappointed. Just try and make sure it's not you. Our category for round 2 is transport. Can you all decide in your pairs who's going to go first, who's going to go second? And whoever's going first, please step up to the podium.
OK.
Our round 2 question this afternoon concerns airlines and their countries. In this round, we're about to show you a list of airlines. We asked 100 people to tell us in which country each was founded. Richard.
We're going to show you 6 airlines on each pass. All you've got to do is tell us which country they were founded in. Obviously, the more obscure answer you go for, the fewer points you're going to score. If you give us an incorrect answer, though, you'll score 100 points, and see how many you can get at home.
So we are looking for the country in which these airlines were founded. Good luck. We have got Qantas, Luxair, Avianca, Iberia, Lufthansa and Malef. I'll read those again. Qantas, Luxair, Avianca, Iberia, Lufthansa and Malef. OK, so Neil.
I'm going to take a little bit of a risk because there are 2 up there that I know that are definitely right, but I'm going to take a risk and I'm going to play Malev. And I'm going to say Malev was founded or was originated in Hungary.
OK, let's see if it's correct. You are saying Hungary. If it is, let's see how many people said it. It's right. Down it goes. 9 points. Very well done, Neil. It's a great answer. Richard, Malev.
Yeah, it formed in 1946 as the Hungarian Soviet Civil Airline. Malev slightly catchier.
Slightly. Very well done, Neil. Very well done. Now, Matt, what other airlines are there up there, Matt?
Well, there are 2 I'm relatively sure of, but I'm trying to decide which one of the 2 is the less obvious one. So I think I will plump for Qantas and Australia.
Qantas and Australia, you're going to say. Well, let's see if that's right, and if it is, let's see how many people said Qantas, Australia. It's right. 70. Qantas scores you 70. Richard?
It's a big score. We've had Qantas as an answer already this series before, haven't we?
We have. I know all about Qantas.
Queensland and Northern Territory Aerial Services.
That's right.
But we said they also do satellite dishes.
Anyway, there we are. Bad luck, Matt. 70 points.
Thanks.
So, Laura, are you well flown?
No. I've been to a few places, but I have to say I don't really take a lot of notice of airlines. But I'm going to go for Lufthansa, and I'm going to say Germany.
Lufthansa and Germany. You're saying that with a degree of hesitation.
Yeah, because I don't really know, but I'm
Okay.
taking an educated guess.
OK, very good. Lufthansa, you are saying Germany. Let's see if that's right, and if it is, let's see how many people said it. It's right. 66. Well, relatively speaking, that's not a terrible score. Richard?
Yeah, formed in 1926, Lufthansa, in West Germany, of course, but as a Deutsche Lufthansa. So a pretty big score, but not as much as Qantas. Let's take a look at the rest of the board, though. Iberia is Spain, would have scored you 62. Luxair.
Luxembourg,
It is Luxembourg, yeah, it is Luxembourg. 36 points for that. And Avianca, that's the toughest one on the board, I think. So well done if you've got Avianca at home.
Yeah, I've no idea.
Colombia, and would have scored you just 2 points.
Avianca, there we go. Thank you very much. OK, thanks so much, Richard. Well, we are halfway through the round, so let's take a look at the scores as they stand. Neil and Paul, brilliant low score of 9. Then we go, ooh, right up to Laura and Brooke on 66. But Matt and Liz managed to beat that on 70 with Qantas. So, Brooke and Liz, you each know what you have to do in the next pass. We're going to come back down the line. Can the second players please take their places at the podium? OK, we're going to put 6 more airlines on the board. And here they are. Aer Lingus, El Al, KLM, TAM Airlines, Royal Air Maroc and LOT. I'll read those one more time. Aer Lingus, El Al, KLM, TAM Airlines, Royal Air Maroc and LOT. And remember, we are looking for the countries in which these airlines were founded. And you're trying to find the one that the fewest of our 100 people knew. Brooke, there is a margin of 4 points between you and Liz and Matt. Should you be able to score 3 or less with this, you are definitely through to the head-to-head.
Well, I'm basing it on the words. There's a couple I can guess what country they'd be associated with, but I'm trying to think which one's more likely to be actually right.
Right.
I'm going to go with Royal Air Maroc, Morocco.
Royal Air Morocco.
Yeah.
You don't sound very confident.
I don't know any of them. So...
OK, right. There is your red line, very, very far down, I'm afraid. Let's see if Royal Air Maroc can get you there, and if it's correct answer. 45. That scores you 45. That's surprisingly low score, I thought, for Royal Air Maroc.
Well, it's like Luxair, isn't it? You can take a pretty good guess at what it is, but so Maroc is obviously the Moroccan name for Morocco. Yeah, so 45 points. At least you're still in the round. Well done.
Most certainly you are. Takes your total up to 111. Now then, Liz. 111 is what Brooke and Laura are sitting on at the moment. You are 41 behind that. If you can score 40 or less, you are through to the head-to-head. Liz, what are you thinking?
I'm going to go for the one that I think I know.
Right, you
might.
It may score 40 or less.
40 or less. So I'm going to go for Aer Lingus, and I think that's Ireland.
Aer Lingus, Ireland. Right, well, there is your red line. If it gets you below that red line, you are most definitely through to the next round. Let's see how many people said Aer Lingus, Ireland. Bad luck, Liz. It's a correct answer, but it's an expensive one. That scores you 71, takes your total up to 141. Richard.
Yeah, very big score. Good news for everyone else, but very bad news for you, Aer Lingus.
Yeah.
Obviously, lots of people know, lots of Britons use Aer Lingus.
OK, thanks very much. Not only is it a very high score, it is now an unassailably high score.
Oh.
You will definitely be leaving us at the end of this round. Paul and Neil, even if they score 100 points, won't overtake you. Paul, bearing that in mind, you can take the biggest risk.
Right. Well, as I've got nothing to lose on this round, I'm going to go for TAM Airlines, only on the basis that TAM might stand for Tamil Tigers. So I'm going to go for Sri Lanka.
Let's see if Tam Airlines is indeed Sri Lanka, and if it is, let's see how many people said it. Sri Lanka. Bad luck, Paul. Absolutely spotless reasoning. Sadly, an incorrect answer, but that scores you 100 points, takes your total up to 109, but you're absolutely safely through to the next round. Richard.
Yes, absolutely safely through, so worth taking the risk, and great logic, much better logic than the actual real answer. The logic you would really be looking for is Taxi Eros is Brazilian for the airline of Marilla. It's Brazilian. Tam Airlines would have scored just 3 points, so very well done if you got that. There's no clue, is there, in the name? It's a very hard one to work out if you don't know it. KLM, which was formed in 1919, is a Dutch airline, but had a fairly hefty score, 53 there. El Al is Israel, of course, and that scored you 36. And Lot at the bottom there. Do you know Lot?
I don't.
It is Eastern European, but it's Poland. Poland would have scored 14. Very well done if you got all of those, especially if you got Tam.
OK, well, thanks very much, Richard. At the end of round 2, the losing pair with the highest score, I'm afraid it's Liz and Matt. Matt, I mean, for heaven's sake, you edit an almanac.
Yeah. Actually, geography is supposed to be one of my stronger points. But just not getting
You're not getting them.
Yeah. Supposedly.
Listen, between now and next time we see you, back to that almanac.
Bone up.
Yeah. Bone up, exactly. Well, it's a great shame to be saying goodbye to you so soon. I know that next time we see you, you will dazzle us, having learnt the lessons you've learnt on this Pointless. But thank you so much in the meantime for playing. You've been great contestants. Thank you. But for the remaining 2 pairs, things are going to get even more exciting now as we enter the head-to-head. Very well done, Paul and Neil, Brooke and Laura. You've made it through to the head-to-head. Now, obviously only one pair can make it through to today's final and play for the jackpot, which currently stands, in case you'd forgotten, at £1,500. You are now going head-to-head on the best of 3 questions. For each question, each pair needs to give me just one answer, and you are now allowed to confer. All you have to do is come up with an answer that scores less than the other pair, and you will win that question. The pair that get the best of 3 will be playing for today's jackpot. Let's play Pointless. And here comes your first question. We gave 100 people 100 seconds to name as many Lady Gaga top 20 singles as they could. Brooke looks thrilled with that. Lady Gaga top 20 singles. So does Neil, to be fair. Richard.
Yeah, we're looking for any single released by Lady Gaga or featuring her as an artist that has reached the UK top 20 up to the start of 2011.
OK, thanks very much. Well, Paul and Neil, because you've played best throughout the show so far, you get to go first. Lady Gaga singles.
OK.
OK. What's it going to be?
Oh, this is a guess. I don't know if this is right. Alessandro?
Alessandro.
Alessandro.
The sages of Southampton have spoken. Well, we'll see. We'll see. Brooke and Laura. Alessandro has been taken.
OK, so we've got telephone. Is that
Just Dance.
Just Dance?
I think we should have Video Phone, which is on with Beyonce, which is...
OK, that one.
Let's have that.
OK.
And you are going to go for?
Video Phone.
Video Phone. So, Paul and Neil had Alessandro. Let's see if that's correct. And if it is, let's see how many people said it. Alessandro. Oh! Bad luck. Both of you looking pretty stoical about that. Alessandro, it appears, is an incorrect answer. So I'm afraid no point there. Brooke and Laura have gone for Video Phone. Let's see if that's correct. And if it is, let's see how many people said Video Phone.
That's right. Or maybe it's not top 20.
Oh. Also incorrect. Controversial, Richard.
They did do a single called Video Phone, but it was number 58 or something. It wasn't anywhere near the top 20. Telephone was obviously the big hit that the 2 of them had, which was a number 1.
Answer Phone. Has she done that yet?
She's not done Answer Phone.
She should do that.
Let's take a look. There's 8 possible answers here up to the start of 2011. Chillin', which featured her. That was a single by Whale. Love Game with 5. There's Telephone on 11 that was with Beyonce. Alejandro. Not Alessandro, it's so close, very unlucky. That was, of course, written by her about you.
Yes. Oh, she's written several about me.
Yeah, it's
Yes.
lovely. Let's take a look at the top 4. Paparazzi and Just Dance, both 15. Bad Romance, that's another one about you that she wrote, 26. And
I'm not reacting to that because the other one she wrote to me.
Poker Face.
Indeed,
Which
there
of
we
course
are.
scores 37. Very good.
Very good indeed. So, after the first question, it's 0-0. Here's your second question. We gave 100 people 100 seconds to name as many teams Michael Owen has played for. Richard.
Yeah, any of the 4 football teams that Michael Owen has played for professionally up to the start of 2011. Obviously, we won't include England. It's club teams.
OK, thanks very much, Richard. Brooke and Laura, you get to go first this time.
No, he didn't play for Liverpool. Okay, right. Okay,
OK, what do we have?
we're going to go for Liverpool.
You're going for Liverpool. Right you are, Paul and Neil.
OK, we're going to say that Michael Owen has played for Real Madrid.
Real Madrid. OK, we have Liverpool, we have Real. Let's see if they are both right. Brooke and Laura said Liverpool. Let's see how many people said Liverpool. Very good. It's a costly one, but it's right. 81, that scores you. Paul and Neil have said Real Madrid. Let's see if that's right, and if it is, let's see how many people said that. Yep, that wins the point. 26. 26 beats 81. After our second question, it is 1-0 to Paul and Neil. Richard.
Yeah, there's only 4 answers there, and Real Madrid was the best of the lot. Unsurprisingly, let's take a look at all 4. Real Madrid with 26, Newcastle United there 53, Man United 64, and right at the top, Liverpool on 81.
Thanks very much, Richard. OK, here is your third question. We gave 100 people 100 seconds to name as many most populated US cities as they could. Richard.
Yeah, we're looking for any of the 9 cities in the USA which have populations over 1 million, according to the latest US Census Bureau data at the start of 2011. So any of the 9 US cities with populations over 1 million.
OK, thanks very much, Richard. Paul and Neil, you are to go first this time.
OK, we're going to have a little bit of a gamble, and we're going to say Chicago.
You're going to go for Chicago, the second city. Right, Brooke and Laura, what are you going to say?
Yeah, I was going to say Chicago, so let's think about big cities, so not New York. Seattle.
Washington.
I think Washington, maybe.
Okay, let's go that. Okay.
You're going to go for Washington, D.C. So we have Chicago and we have Washington, D.C. Paul and Neil, should you win this point, you will go straight through to the final and play for that jackpot. Brooke and Laura, you have to win this to stay in the game. OK, Chicago from Paul and Neil. Let's see if it's right, and if it is, let's see how many people said it. $54, Chicago. What are you thinking, Brooke and Laura?
I wish they hadn't picked Chicago, so I could have had it.
Oh, OK, you said Washington. Let's see if that's right, and if it is, let's see how many people said Washington. Bad luck. That is an incorrect answer. So, after 3 questions, Paul and Neil are through to the final 2-0. Richard.
Yeah, that's unlucky, Brooke. It's not a bad answer. I think it's one of many surprises on the list, actually. Washington, there's only 600,000 people live in Washington. 27th most populous city in the States. Boston's not on the list. Detroit is not on the list. San Francisco is not on the list. Seattle is not on the list. None of these cities have 1 million people. There are 9 cities that do, though.
Tiny.
Yeah. Let's take a little look at the 9 that do. San Antonio. Very well done if you got that. It was a pointless answer. It's got more than 1 million inhabitants. Phoenix with 2. San Diego, 7. Houston and Dallas both with 16 there. Then Philadelphia, 21. Chicago, 54. Los Angeles, 66. And New York, 91. So some very surprising cities not on that list, I think.
Very surprising indeed. Well, so the losing pair at the end of the head-to-head, I'm sorry to say it's Brooke and Laura. Brooke and Laura, bad luck. Lady Gaga being one of the questions and all.
Apparently it's only me that likes that song.
Laura, you gave us a pointless answer in round 1 with Prairie Dog.
Yeah, know a lot
All
about
set up.
animals.
That's
Lot.
what you wanted. You just wanted a point.
I wanted to get a pointless answer, so
Well,
I'm
you
pleased
did.
with that.
You've done a wonderful thing. You've added £250 to the jackpot, which now Paul and Neil will be playing for. But we will see you next time. That's the great news for us, when hopefully you'll make it all the way through to the final. Thanks so much for playing. Great contestants. Thank you. But for Paul and Neil, it's now time for our pointless final and the chance to win our jackpot of £1,500. So congratulations, Paul and Neil. You've fought off all the competition and you have won our coveted pointless trophy. Very well done. You now have the chance to win our pointless jackpot, and at the end of today's show, the jackpot stands at £1,500. The rules are very simple. To win that money, all you have to do is find a pointless answer. That's an answer that none of our 100 people could think of. We've had 2 pointless answers on the show today. In fact, you, I think, came up with one of them, Paul, with S04 in round 1.
Yes.
You only need to find one more now and you will go home with that money. Firstly, you've got to choose a category and you can choose from these 3. Here we go. Celebrities, horse racing, classic pop. What do you think?
Well,
Do you think either classic pop or horse racing? I think horse racing you know a lot about. Classic pop probably wouldn't be much good if it's 60s or 70s for myself.
yeah, I agree. Overall, I think horse racing might be the best one.
Paul, so horse racing is very much your forte, is it?
It is, yeah. In fact, I got married on a race course in Chichester called...
Was this as a result of a bet or what? Just...
No, it was the result of meeting my beautiful wife, Alison.
This was presumably not on a race day? There wasn't a meet going on?
It was a race day,
really?
yeah. And we had a race named after us as well. But I said
That's
to my...
the sweetest thing. Oh, I love that.
I said to my wife, I'm not having a handicap hurdle.
No. So this could easily be a final that plays to your strengths. That's quite a rare thing on Pointless. OK, well, let's find out what the question's going to be. We gave 100 people 100 seconds to name as many jockeys who have won the Derby as they could. Richard.
Yeah, we're looking for any jockey who has won the English Derby from 1970 through to the 2010 race.
OK, you now have up to 1 minute to come up with 3 answers, and all you need to win that £1,500 is for just one of those answers to be pointless. Your 60 seconds start now.
OK, has Ryan Moore or Dettori won it? Dettori's won it before, hasn't he?
Yeah, I think we've got to go further back than
Right,
this.
okay.
I think we've got to look at people like maybe, I don't know, Scobie Breesley.
Right. Since 70, was that been almost 1970?
Oh, since 1970?
Yeah.
I'd say people like Joe Mercer.
Yeah.
Willie Carson has.
Yeah.
Pat Edgery.
Swinburne, is he in?
Walter Swinburne.
Is he a good
That's
one?
a very good answer.
Is he
Yeah,
one who's won
Walter
the Derby?
Swinburne.
Right, okay.
Steve Cawthon
Right.
as well. So we go
Cawthon
for...
and Swinburne.
Yeah, Walter Swinburne, Steve Cawthon.
And when did Joe Mercer win?
I don't know. I think he might have won in the early 70s, but I'm not
Bit
100%
risky?
sure. Risky, but might be worth to include him.
Cawthon, Swinburne. Who would you like to go, Mercer, or would you like to go more cover the later years?
No, I'm going to go for Mercer.
Mercer.
I think. Joe
OK,
Mercer,
Joe Mercer.
because I wouldn't be sure about the other person.
5 seconds
OK.
left.
OK, we'll do that then. That's
Yeah,
great.
OK.
OK, there we are. Before your minute was up, you had 3 answers. Which 3 are you going to land on?
I think we're going to go for Walter Swinburne.
Walter Swinburne.
Joe Mercer.
Joe Mercer.
And Steve Cawthon.
OK, there are your 3. Of those 3, which do you think is the best shot at a pointless answer?
What do you think?
Shall we say Steve Cawthon?
Steve
Yeah.
Cawthon.
Steve Cawthon, put him last.
Yeah.
Which is your least likely contender?
Mercer.
Joe
Yeah.
Mercer. OK, well, let's put those up on the board in the order you have submitted. Joe Mercer, Walter Swinburne and Steve Cawthon. There they are on the board. OK, we were looking for Derby-winning jockeys. This was your least confident answer. You only need one of these to be pointless. Is Joe Mercer correct? And if he is, how many people said Joe Mercer? Bad luck. Joe Mercer, unfortunately, not a pointless answer. You only have 2 more chances to win today's jackpot. £1,500. How do you spend that, Paul?
Well, I definitely treat my wife, probably go away somewhere nice.
How about you, Neil?
It would go towards a trip I've planned this year to go to New York and Chicago.
Very good.
So,
well, two quite populous cities there, as we
Indeed,
as we
yes.
know. Phoenix, you might want to take in as well.
Maybe even San Antonio.
Maybe San Antonio, exactly. Yeah. Well, that sounds great fun. We are looking for Derby-winning jockeys. Your second answer, we are now into more likely territory to be scoring you a pointless answer. Walter Swinburne, you said. Let's see if it's correct. And if it is, let's see how many people said Walter Swinburne. It's right. This is your second shot at today's jackpot. It has to go all the way down to 0. Down it goes, still going down. Could it be a pointless answer? No! Wow. Wow. 2 points for Walter Swinburne gives you some indication of what our 100 people knew. However, we now come to Steve Cawthon. You thinking, therefore, Steve Cawthon is...
Not so confident.
No.
Not so confident?
No.
Well, there's only one way to find out. You only have one more chance to win today's jackpot. Steve Cawthon might ride it home for you. Let's see if he's going to. He has to be correct, obviously, and nobody needs to have said his name. Steve Cawthon. Well, it's correct. Down it goes. Is Steve Cawthon going to bring it home for you? It needs to go all the way down to 0 if you're going to win £1,500. It's going down. Oh, no! He scores you 3. Unfortunately, you didn't manage to find that crucial pointless answer, so I'm afraid you don't win today's jackpot of £1,500, which will roll over to the next show, but you have been amazing contestants, and you do, of course, get to take home our pointless trophy.
Thanks very much.
Thank you. Thank you.
So, Richard, normally when we ask for pointless answers from you at this stage, they're ones that our contestants think, oh, well, we didn't know
Yeah,
that,
I think they're going to know quite a few of these.
I think they are going to know.
Unfortunately. Let's clear up Joe Mercer first. You're right, I mean, it was slightly before his time, but he never actually won the Derby, Joe Mercer. He won everything else, but never won the Derby. Steve Cawthon, that was my guess, actually. When I played it myself just before the show, and I was wrong as well. But you might want to look away now as I show you some of the pointless answers, because you'll know some of them. Right at the top is Mick Kinnan, who he's won it 3 times, including in 2009 on See the Stars. Kevin Manning, who won it the year before that, he was pointless. Martin Dwyer, who won in 2006, he was pointless. Ray Cochrane, again, John Reedon. Actually, a lot of them were the newer ones were pointless. Greville Starkey obviously won in 78 on Shirley Heights. It was another pointless answer.
Well, unfortunately, we do have to say goodbye to you, Paul and Neil. Yes. It's been great having you on the show. Thank you both for playing. Fabulous contestants. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
So nobody's won our jackpot today, so it rolls over, which means on the next show we'll be playing for £2,500. Join us next time, see if someone can win it. Meanwhile, it's goodbye from Richard.
Goodbye.
And it's goodbye from me. Goodbye.